Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Mornings in the Word. I'm Pastor Courage Molina with Full Faith Community Church. We are reading through the chronological Bible reading plan, and today is day 251. So I'm going to be reading Ezekiel 38 through 39 in the New Living Translation. It's actually short. Is that right? Yeah, it's very short. Okay. Hope people get here on time, else they're gonna miss it. That's how short it is. This is another message that came to me from the Lord. Son of man, turn and face Cog of the land of Magog, the prince who rules over the nations of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. Gog, I am your enemy. I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws to lead you out with your whole army, your horses and charioteers in full armor, and a great horde armed with shields and swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya will join you too with all their weapons. Gomer and all its armies will also join you, along with the armies of Togarma from the distant north and many others. Get ready, be prepared. Keep all the armies around you mobilized and take command of them. A long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. You and all your allies, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. This is what the sovereign Lord says. At that time, evil thoughts will come to your mind, and you will devise a wicked scheme. You will say, Israel is an unprotected land filled with unwalled villages. I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence. I will go to those formerly desolate cities that are now filled with people who have returned from exile in many nations. I will capture vast amounts of plunder, for the people are rich with livestock and other possessions now. They think the whole world revolves around them, but Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish will ask, do you really think the armies you have gathered can rob them of silver and gold? Do you think you can drive away their livestock and seize their goods and carry off plunder? Therefore, Son of Man, prophesy against Gog. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. When my people are living in peace in their land, then you will rouse yourself. You will come from your homeland in the distant north with your vast cavalry and your mighty army, and you will attack my people Israel, covering their land like a cloud. At that time in the distant future, I will bring you against my land as everyone watches, and my holiness will be displayed by what happens to you, Gog. Then all the nations will know that I am the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord asks. Are you the one I was talking about long ago when I announced through Israel's prophets that in the future I would bring you against my people? But this is what the sovereign Lord says. When Gog invades the land of Israel, my fury will boil over. In my jealousy and blazing anger, I promise a mighty shaking in the land of Israel on that day. All living things, the fish in the sea, the birds of the sky, the animals of the field, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and all the people on the earth will quake in terror at my presence. Mountains will be thrown down, cliffs will crumble, walls will fall to the earth. I will summon the sword against you on the hills of Israel, says the sovereign Lord. Your men will turn their swords against each other. I will punish you and your armies with disease and bloodshed. I will send torrential rain, hailstones, fire, and burning sulfur. In this way, I will show you my greatness and holiness, and I will make myself known to all the nations of the world. Then they will know that I am the Lord. Listen, do you understand the level of prophecy here? Ezekiel is not prophesying about something that's going to even happen in his time. He has already, through these other verses, been prophesying about the things that are going to happen to Israel and to the people that have done things to Israel, and that Israel's going to be over there and they're going to be exiled and everybody going to be making fun of them and their land is going to be desolate. And he's already just recently, yesterday, this week for sure, prophesied about the Lord returning them back and redeeming them back to himself. And then there's going to be all this great wonderfulness in the land, and he's going to keep them. Now Ezekiel is prophesying even beyond that. He's saying that once they've come back and they're chilling and they're living their best life in a long, long time from now, not right away, but a long, long time from now, you're going to get it in your head that they are arrogant to live in such confidence. And so you're going to think to yourself, it's a good idea for you to come down here and mess with them. And you're going to descend on them like a cloud, you and all your great armies and all your friends and your gangs and all that, y'all all going to come down. And on that day, the world will shake. The world's going to quake. The world's going to tremble because of what I'm about to do to you. Ooh, baby. Chapter 39. Son of man, prophesy. I'm really trying, y'all. Son of man, prophesy against Gog. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Gog, ruler of the nation of Meshech and Tubal. I will turn you around and drive you toward the mountains of Israel, bringing you from the distant north. I will knock the bow from your left hand and the arrows from your right hand, and I will leave you helpless. You and your armies and your allies will all die on the mountains. I will feed you to the vultures and wild animals. You will fall in the open fields, for I have spoken, says the sovereign Lord. Listen, let me tell you something. Anybody that sets themselves up to be an enemy of the children of God sets themselves up to be an enemy to God. So please don't set yourself up to be an enemy to me. Don't be my enemy, please, okay? Just don't be my enemy. Don't be talking about me. Don't be saying negative things about me. Just don't do it. Just don't let that stuff come out your mouth. You know why? Because you are making yourself an enemy of God, because I'm a child of God. The same is true for other believers. You believers out here, don't be worried about what these folks saying. Be like, please don't say nothing to me. Please. Please don't. Not because I'm going to get you, not because I'm going to curse you, but because when you set yourself up to do something to me, when you see me out here living my life like it's golden, because it is, because the Lord said so, and so it is so. And so you think you're going to come over here and form a weapon against me? Baby, these people are forming weapons against themselves, and the Lord will descend on them. You don't have to lift a finger. That's why the Lord says, vengeance is mine. He's going to take care of his own. So I don't need to be fighting with you and trying to get back at you for what? So that I then can have something? No, I'm going to let you do you, because the Lord's going to do the Lord. You feel me? Ooh, so good. This is so good. When you are a child of God, you don't have to be worried about what people are trying to do to you. Okay, let me get back. I don't know where I left off. In this way I will make, I'm in verse. I'm just going to go back to chapter 39 at the top. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But let me get back to the top. It was just so good to me. I had to pause for a second. Son of man, prophesy against Gog. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Gog, ruler of the nation of Meshech and Tubal. I will turn you around and drive you toward the mountains of Israel, bring you from the distant north. I will knock the bow from your left hand and the arrows from your right hand, and I will leave you helpless. You and your army and your allies will die on the mountains. I will feed you to the vultures and wild animals. You will fall in the open fields, for I have spoken, says the sovereign Lord. And I will rain down fire on Magog and all your allies who live safely on the coast. Then they will know that I am the Lord. In this way, I will make known my holy name among my people of Israel. I will not let anyone bring shame on it, and the nations too will know that I am the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. That day of judgment will come, says the sovereign Lord. Everything will happen just as I have declared it. Then the people in the towns of Israel will go out and pick up your small and large shields, bows and arrows, javelins and spears, and they will use them for fuel. There will be enough to last them 7 years. They won't need to cut wood from the fields or forests, for these weapons will give them all the fuel they need. They will plunder those who plan to plunder them, and they will rob those who plan to rob them, says the sovereign Lord. And I will make a vast graveyard for Gog and his hordes in the valley of the travelers east of the Dead Sea. It will block the way of those who travel there, and they will change the name of the place to the valley of Gog's hordes. It will take 7 months for the people of Israel to bury the bodies and cleanse the land. Everyone in Israel will help, for it will be a glorious victory for Israel when I demonstrate my glory on that day, says the sovereign Lord. After 7 months, teams of men will be appointed to search the land for skeletons to bury, so the land will be made clean again. Whenever bones are found, a marker will be set up, so burial crews will take them to be buried in the valley of Gog's hordes. There will be a town there named Hamona, which means horde. And so the land will finally be cleansed. And now, son of man, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Call all the birds and the wild animals. Say to them, gather together for my great sacrificial feast. Come from far and near to the mountains of Israel, and there eat flesh and drink blood. Eat the flesh of mighty men and drink the blood of princes as though they were rams, lambs, goats, and bulls, all fattened animals from Bashan. Gorge yourselves with flesh until you are glutted. Glutted? Drink blood until you are drunk. He's talking about the animals, not the people. This is the sacrificial feast I have prepared for you. Feast at my banquet table. Feast on horses and charioteers, on mighty men, and on all kinds of valiant warriors, says the sovereign Lord. In this way, I will demonstrate my glory to the nations. Everyone will see the punishment I have inflicted on them and the power of my fist when I strike. And from that time on, the people of Israel will know that I am the Lord their God. The nations will then know why Israel was sent away to exile. It was punishment for sin, for they were unfaithful to their God. Therefore, I turned away from them and let their enemies destroy them. I turned my face away and punished them because of their defilement and their sins. So now this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will end the captivity of my people. I will have mercy on all Israel, for I jealously guard my holy reputation. They will accept responsibility for their past shame and unfaithfulness after they come home to live in peace in their own land with no one to bother them. When I bring them home from the land of their enemies, I will display my holiness among them for all the nations to see. Then my people will know that I am the Lord their God, because I sent them away to exile and brought them home again. I will leave none of my people behind. I will never again turn my face from them, for I will pour out my spirit upon the people of Israel. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. God's redemptive. That's it. I pray that you have liked this video, that you like the reading. If you like the reading, y'all know this, like the video, share this with a friend. How many of you are sharing this? Like, okay, I shared it one time. Okay, keep sharing it until you find somebody. Also, don't just share the video, share the experience. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm committed to listening to the word of God every day, Monday through Friday, from now until the end of the year. And they're less than 30 minutes. You can do them while you're washing dishes, whatever. I would love for you to be my partner in this. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're more than a channel, we're a community. That's it. I pray that this has blessed you. I'm looking to see what am I done? I'm not done. I'm looking to see. So this is not it. Ezekiel still has so many chapters left. Not so many, but we're not done with Ezekiel yet. There is more to come. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you at the next Bible reading.